Marie O'Connor, 8812 Lakeshore Road in Berlin, New York. Something's very wrong. As a reminder, 14 short months ago, a large group of people attended a planning board meeting to speak out against the rezoning of 70 acres of residential to general business. There were no neighborhood residents in favor of the rezone. The residents' desires and concerns were dismissed in statements like corrective measures, protective setbacks, and suggestions like you can ask the landlord if you can buy some property to increase your own property. We know the ayes got it. Within 6 months, the rezone non-existent plans at the time of approval were now approved by the planning board in November of 2017. Something is wrong. The site plans could not be acted upon until the storage facilities were added to general business zoning. Of course, in April of this year, it is now included. Something is very wrong. Remembering the excuses for approving rezone where the road sideback was 300 feet to maintain business opportunities and the current code sideback was 50 feet to residential properties for their protection, a variance was granted last Wednesday to change up the front setback on this facility from 300 feet to 264 feet with a side setback from 50 feet to 25 feet, 50% reduction. I learned that there are some criteria for this approval, showing a good and significant reasons for a variance, which was cited as for stacking and loading. Hardship to the applicant, citing engineering expenses and site plan changes as hardship. This is what appears very contradictory. The site plans were approved outside given code. Site plans were based on 25 feet setbacks in November of 2017. I do not understand why the hardship would be on the applicants who was or should have been aware of the plans that did not meet code. That's the hardship the neighborhood residents should bear? I think not. Then when I tried to speak my dissent on the variance, I was repeatedly told that ship sailed in regard to the rezone inclusion and site plan approval. Another reason that it should have been denied was one of the reasons of changing the character of the community. It's definitely not a character since just over a year ago it went from treed residential to loading and stacking for a storage facility within 25 feet from a person's property line. Also, it is an area where excessive runoff and flooding issues remain unresolved. Adding to size outside of code would add another hardship to area residents. That's where the denial of the variance should have been. In consideration of this hardship placed on area residents, yet we once again get steamrolled. At this point, it would seem that public hearings at any board were but a ruse, since any approval on such project appear to be predetermined. I did not recall hearing a vote on the board for the PPL2, but if it's been passed, then again, another example of the cart before the horse, and the residents are left to suffer the consequences with veiled excuses given. Please consider codes to protect the residents and taxpayers of this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen.